Hey guys, welcome back to Snowclan. First, thank you so much for clicking on the video, and second, I recently got a new mic, so if y'all could let me know in the comments how my audio sounds. I'm really trying to get better at editing and making these videos fun for everyone to watch and listen to. Also, our cats might look a bit different. I decided I wanted to go back to my old style of drawing cats because I felt like the style I have now, it was just taking too long to draw. I would get caught up on tiny details, whereas what y'all are about to see, I'm able to draw freely and faster, which helps when I've got to draw about 40 cats. This year with the clan has kind of given me whiplash, so let's start off with the cats that joined Starclan this year. As the sun set near the end of last year, our leader Swiftstar began spending increasing time near the two-leg nests. He often sat close to a beautiful silver she-cat kitty pet, eventually revealing her as his new mate. Soon after, he brought their two kits, Milkkit and Owlkit, into the clan. The following day, Swiftstar took one of our newest warriors, Frostpelt, on a hunting patrol. They were deep in the woods discussing clan life when Swiftstar suddenly froze. The ominous sound of heavy breaths and thunderous paws filled the air, and they found themselves surrounded by a pack of 6 towering wolves, their eyes gleaming with hunger. Swiftstar braced for a fight, but when he turned to find Frostpelt for backup, she had disappeared into the bush. From her hidden spot, Frostpelt watched in terror as the wolves attacked her leader. One by one, they claimed his lives. Though it pained him, Swiftstar felt a sense of peace as he joined Starclan. His final wish was for the clan to protect his precious kits. This year brought heartbreaking losses to our clan, especially with the tragic passing of Marigoldkit, the adopted daughter of Bluepelt and Swiftshine. At the start of the year, a brutal heat wave swept through the forest and Marigoldkit succumbed to heat stroke, leaving a deep void in her clan. Soon after, another kit from Ghostshade's litter fell to kitten cough, a devastating illness that took her too soon, exacerbated by Cloverkit being in berry paws and experienced care. Shortly after becoming an apprentice, Milkpaw caught the same cough from Cloverkit during a playful moment while chasing a moss ball together. Although saddened by never earning her warrior name, she found comfort in reuniting with her father in Starclan. In the 10th moon, Snowclan faced a harrowing attack from a swarm of rogues that caught everyone off guard. In a desperate bid to protect Bluepelt, the new leader, Swiftstar, lost one of her 9 lives, but quickly rejoined the fray, demonstrating her fierce commitment to her clan. Newly appointed warrior Twigleap and a former loner named Cotton Ears fought bravely back to back against several rogues, but their efforts crumbled under a deadly blow that felled both the warriors. In the nursery, Shattercloud and Oakpaw sprang into action, defending the kits from the chaos outside. Despite their best efforts, a rogue broke through and lunged for a new kitten named Peakkit. Oakpaw heroically jumped in front, taking the blow and collapsing with a deadly slash across his neck. Shattercloud, filled with both rage and grief, fought to protect the remaining kits, tears streaming down his face. When the battle ended, Shattercloud stumbled into the clearing to discover a deep wound on his stomach. As he collapsed, Hawkecho rushed to his side, pressing her paws against his injury to stop the bleeding, but it was too late. As his spirit left his body and entered Starclan, he was welcomed by his siblings and mother, who comforted him as he mourned the time lost with Hawkecho, wishing for just one more day together. After Locustar's death, Swiftshine, Berrypaw, and a new clan medicine cat that will meet soon went to the moon cave. The trip was uneventful, but the cats were still cautious of the beasts of the forest, now known to be wolves. The three cats entered the cave just as the moon rose in the sky. The very small holes in the roof of the cave now glittered the cats in moonlight as they settled in the small opening. Swiftshine was the first to fall asleep, and was immediately surrounded by her loved ones, friends, and clanmates who have passed on. Stars shining through their pelts and their eyes warm as they greet the new leader. Sunstripe was the first to trot up, looking pleased. She gives Swiftshine a life for determination and whispers that Snowclan is in good paws. Cloudfreckle dips her head in greeting as energy surges through Swiftshine's pelt and receives a life for sympathy. Swiftshine then squares her shoulders and stands up straight as Misty Runner approaches. The Starclan cat twitches her whiskers in amusement as she gives a life for Farsight. Ragged Leaf pads up to the new leader, softly touching her nose to Swiftshine's head. She gives a life for protection. A young cat emerges from the starry ranks to give a life. Starlight reflects off her youthful eyes. Velvet Paw stretches up to give a life for justice. Shrew Pounce then steps forward to give a life for acceptance. Swiftshine blinks as she receives this life. Her head starts to feel dizzy, but she steadies herself, preparing for the 3 lives yet to be given to her. Hazy Blaze, an ancient Starclan cat of Snowclan, approaches, authority and amusement radiating from her. She gives a life for clear judgment. Night Whisker walks up to Swiftshine, offering a life for bravery. She smiles and states that the clan will do well under Swiftshine's leadership. Finally, Locustar steps forward. There is pride in his gaze as he stares into Swiftshine's eyes. He gives a life for loyalty to her clan. Locustar hails Swiftshine by her new name, Swiftstar, telling her that her old life is no more. She is told to use her new power wisely as the starry cats yowl her new name in support. Swiftstar wakes up to feel a new strength within her body and knows she is now ready to lead her clan. Swiftstar does in fact lead her clan with ease and confidence. After the devastating rogue attack, she puts the clan to work, rebuilding the walls of the camp and setting up traps out of stone and deep holes for any more plotting intruders. She also begins improving relations with other clans and trying to make a plan with her new deputy, Lightfall, to try and drive out the wolves from the forest. Lightfall was surprised when her sister made her deputy. She never in a million moons would have imagined that. Though Lightfall isn't certain of being deputy, she does her job well. organizing patrols and lookouts for more rogue activity, and sending warriors into the trees to scout for wolves. One day, while she led a patrol near a thunderpath, she heard a cat wailing and calling for help. A kitty pet sat there crying as a monster roared down the thunderpath. Her 2 legs obviously left the poor cat alone. Lightfall invited her to join the clan and noticed she looked a bit sick. The new cat accepted the invitation gratefully. Through the past moons, Lightfall had been hanging out with Ratpelt a lot after the attack. They were always seen giggling together and following each other around the camp. After days of Ratpelt asking to be mates, Lightfall finally accepted. Other than becoming mates with Lightfall and taking on an adventurous apprentice named Rustpaw, Ratpelt hasn't had very much going on this year. Lightfall also took on an apprentice named Blazepaw, who soon earns his warrior name this year. Branch decided to become a medicine cat this year. After seeing Berrypaw struggle with keeping the clan healthy, she thought it wouldn't hurt to help. Lately, she had been having strange nightmares of cats crying and screaming, while large looming shapes destroyed the clan as what seemed like dark forest cats were controlling the dark beasts. Being a prophecy seeker made sense that she would now choose the role to become a medicine cat and help her clan through Starclan. Berrypaw was extremely thankful for Elm Branch's help. She could finally breathe once the chaos had ended and the clan was healthy again. She then earned her full name, Berrybloom, in honor of her sincerity. She and Elm Branch became close friends and looked after each other. On Moon 6, the 2 medicine cats were out restoring supplies when they met 2 wandering cats traveling through the territory. The first was a Tom named Sandy Spots. He looked at the 2 cats with kind eyes as he greeted them. The second, another Tom, whose name was Midnight. They both claimed to be traveling healers, but were searching for a clan to call their home. They had never lived with a clan, and were more than happy to help any cat in need. After meeting Swiftstar, the 2 Toms decided to stay with the clan, and made their new nest in the medicine cat's den. The clan was overjoyed that they now have more healing paws in camp. Sunstripe, the most senior warrior, was devastated when she heard about Locuststar's death. She thought there would be more time to spend with him, more time to share prey, go on hunts, and look at the stars together. When Milkpaw, one of Locuststar's kids, had passed, Sunstripe was even more distraught. She vowed then that she would always look out for her former leader's kids, even after they become warriors. One night, as the clan started settling down, Sunstripe gathered all the apprentices and kits together. She sat on a large rock and looked down at the young cats. Thinking of a story to tell them, she remembered the legend of the cat that time forgot. She smiled while telling the story, as all eyes were on her in awe as they listened to her. There once was a kitty pet so stealthy that time itself didn't know they existed. After many long years, the cat should have been taken in their sleep, but time forgot. Instead, the cat just aged, their fur becoming thin and falling out until none was left, and the kitty pet was left bald and wrinkly. It's said they are still out there, living with their two legs, and every so often you'll find a warrior who swears they met him. Little Owlpaw has been through a lot with the loss of her sister Milkpaw and her dad Locuststar. What's worse is that her mentor was the cat who should have helped the leader. Owlpaw really doesn't like that Frostpelt is her mentor, especially after what happened. The young cat usually spends most of her time and warrior training with Sunstripe, since it feels like that's the only cat she can trust. Her half-siblings don't even talk to her, but she can always count on Sunstripe to tell her a story to feel better. The other three apprentices, Rustpaw, Splinterpaw, and Featherpaw, are always tumbling around camp causing trouble. Featherpaw and Rustpaw are the two that cause the most trouble, especially pranking the warriors in the warrior den. One night, the three took cobwebs from the medicine cat den and spread them across the warrior's den entrance. They stayed up all night just to wait for the morning patrol to stumble out of the den, yowling and sleepily falling over each other when their faces were covered in cobwebs. The young cats erupted in laughter, which ratted them out instantly. They were soon stuck with the tasks of cleaning the dirt place and picking ticks off the elders for moons. Though Featherpaw enjoys their pranks and running around camp, he has found himself looking after Owlpaw and trying to include her in on the fun. Most times she doesn't join, so he just decides to hang out with her instead of the boys. His mentor Bluepelt can tell the young Tom has a little crush on Owlpaw, but he claims that they're just friends. After being mentored by Sunstripe, Flowerpaw learned to have strong inner morals, but also used teeth and claws over words. Sunstripe helped her become better at hunting, and she was named Flowerheart for her shrewdness and ability to see a cat's true nature straight to their hearts. She is not really close with any of the cats in the clan, because the other cats get tired of her judgmental stare, even if she doesn't mean to look that way. She just thinks the clan would be better if it were more serious about clan duties and the warrior code. Beginning of the year, months before the rogue attack, Hawkecho and Shattercloud were walking through the forest, discussing their future. While Shattercloud had strong feelings for her, Hawkecho was uncertain about a relationship due to her mother's death still fresh in her mind, which left her feeling as though nothing could make her happy, not even Shattercloud or her sister Berry Bloom. Frustrated, Shattercloud returned to camp, leaving Hawkecho alone. As night fell and hunger set in, she followed a strange scent and crawled into a seemingly shiny log. Suddenly, a loud bang startled her, trapping her inside. When the sun rose, Two Legs arrived to gather her, and she spent moons missing from the clan. When she finally woke up in the forest again, she noticed that the fur on her stomach was gone, revealing a long scar. Upon returning to camp, Shattercloud stayed by her side while the medicine cats examined her. That night, he watched over her as she slept, refusing to leave her alone again. The next day was the attack, and Hawkecho felt it was her fault when Shattercloud died, believing that if she hadn't been there, He could have saved his energy for the fight. Afterward, she found some comfort in Brackendapple, the only cat she spoke to during her grief. If y'all have made it this far into the video, thank you so much. And if you are enjoying the video, you should totally consider subscribing. I want to try and hit between 800 to 1,000 subscribers before my birthday this November, in about 2.5 months. That would just be so amazing if we could do that. Plus, it will let me know y'all want to see more, and we can grow our community. Also, make sure to watch till the end to see some concept art of Snowclan that I drew. Now, let's get back to the clan. Bluepelt, the mate of Swiftstar, has had a rough year as well. She is very proud of her mate for becoming leader, but also worries about her constantly. With the death of her kitten, Canarykit, at the beginning of the year, she already felt a sense of anxiety swell in her chest. During the battle with the rogues, she watched Swiftstar die in front of her, saving her life. But as the leader rose again and began fighting, Bluepelt rushed around camp looking for her remaining kits. Splinterpaw was seen with their mentor, fighting bravely, and Featherpaw, her other kit, that is also her apprentice, was fighting alongside warriors to protect the medicine cat den. But the fear in her would not go away until Hawkecho was found. After the battle, the news of Hawkechow's death shook Bluepelt to the core. Ever since, she has been very protective of her kits and mate, often being seen repairing the walls of the clan or cleaning up around camp just to make sure everything is 100% safe. Before Swiftstar went to Starclan, Volepelt and Frostpelt became warriors, taking on the names Volepelt and Frostpelt. After their leader's demise, Frostpelt was consumed by fear, often hiding in the shadows of the camp. The memory of the wolf attack haunted her, causing her to neglect her needs and forget to eat. Elmbranch would frequently step in to coax her into participating in daily activities around the camp. In stark contrast, Volepelt felt shame over her sister's behavior. She believed both of them should have been on that patrol, ready to face danger alongside their leader. Volepelt viewed Frostpelt's timidity as cowardice and struggled to understand why her sister wouldn't choose a safer, more comfortable life as a kitty pet. Despite her insecurities, Volepelt was committed to her clan, and often looked down on those she deemed weak. When new kits arrived, she eagerly approached Swiftstar, requesting an apprentice. Volepelt wanted to prove her worth and demonstrate her ability to mentor and lead the next generation of warriors, believing that her actions could strengthen the clan's future. She hopes next year, when the kits are ready, she will be a mentor to them. Redpaw was made a warrior this year and is now Redswan, honored for her truth and beliefs. Her mentor, Appleeye, taught her to have strong inner morals and stay calm and collected. He also helped her become better at noticing small details, which surprisingly helped her alert the clan to the rogue attack. She also has been noticing other strange happenings in the forest. While out on scouting patrols to figure out where the wolves were, she would always sense a dark presence, almost like the shadow of a cat following her. It always happened when the cats would find paw prints of the wolves. She would talk to her sister Flamefur, who thought Redswan was being crazy. Flamefur's former mentor, Brackendapple, taught her to be realistic and logical. Flamefur doesn't even believe in Starclan, whereas Redswan believes there are spirits of cats all throughout the forest, even dark forest cats. The two always argue about this topic, which drives them apart most days. Blazepaw, now called Blazesong, stood strong on the battlefield as the sun dipped low, fighting valiantly alongside Paleleopard and Smokewhisper, against a band of rogues invading their territory. As the rogues began to retreat, the three cats pursued them, determined to defend their home. Suddenly, the rogue leader, her name Wing, turned to confront them, her eyes blazing with fury. "You will soon face the might of my cats," she yelled before charging. In the chaos, she broke Smokewhisper's leg, but Blazesong and Paleleopard quickly rallied to his aid. In a fierce struggle, Blazesong ultimately overpowered Wing, securing a hard-fought victory. Weeks later, Smokewhisper emerged from the medicine cat den, his leg healed. The trio was celebrated for their bravery in defending the clan, their unity and courage driving the rogues away and protecting their territory. The clan honored them as heroes and proud of their steadfast warriors. Snowyfur, the last original founder of the clan, spends a lot of her time in the Elder's Den. She may be older, but during the attack, she fought hard to defend her camp. She refused to hide with the kits. This is her home, and she will go down protecting it. Creekdusk is also now spending her days in the Elder's Den. She confides in Snowyfur, becoming close friends. The she-cats share stories and always are entertaining the apprentices and kits when the warriors are going out on their duties. Lately though, Snowyfur has been befriending cats from the Two-Lake Place. She doesn't recognize any of them to be rogues, but she does fancy a kitty pet Tom who likes to keep her company on her evening strolls out of the clan. Birdspek was the cat Lightfall found left behind by her two legs. She was devastated and felt betrayed by them for leaving her sick and alone. She would always talk to the housefolk and bring them prey every day because they always looked like they needed to eat. But now she lives with the clan and is glad for it. The The medicine cats figured out she had some form of grain cough and was treated for it. She soon felt better and began helping around camp while learning how to fight from Swiftstar. Birdspek soon became friends with another kitty pet that joined the clan along with his kits. Lilac was an outdoor kitty pet and had a mate who lived with him. Tragically, she died giving birth to their kits, Branchkit, Peakkit, and Canarykit. He felt that the two legs let her die and they wouldn't care about him or his kits. Soon he was offered a place in the clan and he took it gladly. Lilac's kits are now the life of the clan. After the attack, Canarykit promised his brothers that he would be the best fighter in the clan. He wanted to help and protect the clan that took him in, like a big family. Peakkit has always been shy and lets Canarykit decide what they do every day. He is just happy to spend time with his brothers. Now Branchkit feels the same way and is always following the other two around. He is the largest out of the kits, but seems to be the gentlest out of the three, kind and respectful. The clan is thankful to have them around to lift their spirits. Appleeye has been observing Ghostshade in the tranquil silence of the camp. Each night, he could hear Ghostshade mumbling in his sleep, his words a chaotic mix of concerns about wolves and the dominance of cats. Appleeye couldn't decipher the cryptic phrases, but he'd become increasingly aware of the unsettling changes in Ghostshade's behavior. His claws were perpetually unsheathed, ready for confrontation, and his demeanor towards the clan and his own kids had turned hostile and defensive. One fateful day, while the sun cast long shadows across the camp, Ghostshade noticed Appleye's gaze fixed intently upon him. In a flash of adrenaline, Ghostshade stormed over and challenged him. The tension hung thick in the air, and it felt as if a fight was inevitable. Just as the two cats bristled with aggression, Paleleopard and Blazesong intervened, separating the two before chaos could ensue. In that moment, Ghostshade could sense that Appleeye had been watching him with scrutiny for quite some time. It gnawed at Ghostshade's already fraying nerves. The weight of his father's legacy hung heavily on Ghostshade's shoulders. Burnet Blaze, from the shadowy realm of the dark forest, had been haunting his dreams with threats and sinister intentions. Many moons ago, Burnet Blaze had warned Ghostshade that he must fulfill his bidding within the clan, or face dire consequences, including the life of one of his beloved kits. The devastation hit hard when Cloverkit fell gravely ill and succumbed, leaving a shattered Ghostshade, certain that his father was somehow responsible. Consumed by guilt and fear for his remaining kits, he had reluctantly pledged to follow his father's dark demands. One particularly ominous task demanded of him was to bring a tribute to the wolves on a moonless night, when the forest was shrouded in darkness. As he ventured into the heart of the forest, the night air heavy with anticipation, he carried the largest rabbit he could find, its soft fur cold against his jaws. Upon his arrival in the depths of the woods, the wolves circled him, their glowing eyes sharp and calculating. He glanced at the largest among them, a massive creature with fur-like shadows. To his astonishment, the beast spoke with a voice that echoed in his mind, chillingly familiar. Burnet Blaze and his dark companions glared from within the pack, their souls manifesting through the imposing forms of the wolves, no longer embodying feline shapes, but rather a terrifying specter of his haunted lineage. Oh my gosh, this year was so fun to write about and extremely fun to draw, even though there were so many cats. I really hope y'all liked my art. Here are some concept pieces I drew of the medicine cat den. I liked the little idea of nooks and crannies in the cliff that the cats lived on, or they live on, because they can cleanly store away their herbs and just make it organized. I love an organized medicine cat den. And here is a drawing I did of the Elder's Den with Snowyfur and Creekdusk. They are so cute. I love Snowyfur. She is such a cutie. I don't know about y'all, but it looks cozy in there. I really do hope y'all enjoyed the video. Make sure to subscribe and like the video so I know to make more like this one. I don't know how many more years I'll do with Snowclan because I do want to make another clan soon. Just let me know what y'all think about that in the comments. Also, if y'all like my storytelling, let me know. Or if y'all would just like me to quickly go through what happens in the clan, no story type commentary, just little bits and bobs going on, also let me know about that. Thank you again for watching and have a wonderful day or night.